icemonkeytech, I'm Stephen and I'm back. It's been a while, but you know, it's been tough. It's been tough for everybody actually, but I'm back. So we've redone the room. If you notice, it's a different colour. And we've got this in mind because we're going to build a recording studio, but we'll still keep this as my editing suite as well. So, what spurred me to come back? Well, I've had a few emails of companies asking us to do reviews. I thought, well, let's give it a go and see if I can do it in my spare time, because I haven't really got a lot of spare time, but I thought we'll give it a go. I enjoy doing this and thought, right, well, let's see how it goes. So what it actually was, I've received this box. Excuse the camera and probably the sound. My equipment isn't quite up to standard just yet, but well, we'll get back there soon. So first of all, I received this from a company called SAHARA Gaming, a bunch of fans and a controller unit with something a little bit special. So I think what we'll do is we'll get this on the bench, we'll unbox it on camera, and I'll put it together and we'll get it linked up with some power and see what it looks like. So here we go with the obligatory offensive knife, which everybody seems to have these days. We shall open up and see what we've got. Put that down. Let's have a look. Instead of unusual packaging, we'll move that out of the way. So here we go. What do we have? We have the Pirate Eye SAHARA Gaming 120mm LED fan. It's this gaming PC accessory. Any PC accessory really, doesn't have to be a gaming PC to put one of these in. But there you go. They are 120 by 120, 25mm thick, addressable RGB, speed up to 1500 RPM, and 55 CFM, max airflow, 160,000 hours. So somebody sat for quite a while testing these. Anyway, noise level 27 decibels, which is not too bad. 6-pin connector, 12 volt DC. All of this we probably already know because it's pretty much the same as everything else. But where these fans differ are, I'll tell you what, let's get them out of the box first. So there you go. We have the SAHARA Gaming Pirate Eye. I'm not sure why they call it Pirate Eye. It's a queer, well, maybe it's the shape around there. But anyway, name's a name. Doesn't really matter too much. What matters is how well they work. I haven't got a PC up and running to put these in just yet. So I think what we'll do is we'll get them up and running, we'll get a power supply on the bench, we'll link them all up, we'll dim the lights down, and we'll go through the settings and see what they look like. Well, first of all, we should open them up, see what we get in the box. So in the box we have your instructions, your fan with no wires, which by the way, the build quality of these are excellent. Also we have our rubber feet, our rubber mounts for our feet. I take it these come out and you put them on the other side, because I only have them on one side. I find that a bit unusual. Anyway, let's have a look. Let's open another one up in case it's just a mistake on the packaging part. So there's the other one. Nice bright white fans. Yes, for some reason, and I find that very unusual, I have no anti-shock mounts on the side of that fan. I'm sure that's an oversight, and if I contact SAHARA Gaming, they'll replace them immediately. I would say replace them, we can't replace them because they're not there, are they? But I'm sure they'll sort some out for us. So we have the Pirate Eye fans, extremely well built, apart from the fact that that one hasn't got any mounts, shock mounts, but I can always take them off, put them on the other side, whichever side I need them on. Might as well open the third one, make sure that one's got them all on. I must have just ran out of rubber in there. But yeah, that one's got them on. So just a one-off, I would assume. I'm sure they will fix that problem as soon as I give them a call. And these are, so if you want to put your fans in all separate, you can put your fans in separate. So if you look at those there, you can see that that gap there is a lot wider than that gap there, as is that as well. So it would go on with the larger gap to the larger side, which would be that way. I assume that is how they go on. We'll soon find out when we'll plug them in, won't we? This is the clever bit. You see, What these fans do is they eliminate lots and lots and lots of wires. So if you have 2 fans in a row or 3 fans in a row on your cooling system, on all in one, on an air cooling radiator, so you have a 360 triple radiator. I believe it's as simple as that. And the same on the other side, it's as simple as as simple as that. So now we have 3 fans in a row, and when we do plug them in, we will only have tell that's not right when you put it on, it doesn't look right. That's much better, that's sitting nice in the middle. We will only have 1 wire for the whole system. So when you've linked them up like that, you're ready to go. You just plug into your system using the controller unit and boom, you're done. 3 fans in a row, 1 wire. So much easier than having loads of wires coming up. I do know there's a few other companies doing this. It's quite sturdy as well. I'm still upset about that. Missing the rubber mouse, but never mind. So anyway, they're really nice colour, they're really nice, they're very well built, and we'll see what we get in this unit here. So it's in here, what is it? We have our instructions, and we also have we have our control box. I've seen these control boxes before, my SAHARA Gaming, and at least they have gone ahead with times and used a SATA connector rather than a Molex connector, because Molex is becoming more and more rare as the days go on, which we haven't been using in a while. Buttons, we have buttons over LED speed, mode and fan speed on there, and we also have our little connector cable. I believe this bit here is for addressable RGB. So we have fan header, plug that into your fan header, and this is addressable RGB. We have VDG, don't know what that stands for, you know, that's for your power fan, and that is your addressable RGB there. So that will obviously plug into there like that, and then this will plug into a SATA connector, and you can plug this into your RGB on your board. You plug this into your addressable RGB on the motherboard, which I will do probably before I put this video up, because I still haven't built the PC yet. We'll see. So anyway, let's get some power to this and see what it can do. So here we have it. I have it fastened up to a desktop power supply. So this will be as if you had it plugged into your normal SATA and you were going to use the remote. I haven't got the computer built up just yet, so I can't put the RGB sync on to show you that either. But once I get that done, I will. And yet it may be at the end of this video. It just depends how quick I get the PC built. So let's switch the power supply on. And oh yeah, very pretty. I like that. I like that very much. With the remote here, we shall Q1, that is Q1, that is Q2, that is Q3, Q4, I like that, that's a nice orange, Q5, and we have modes, so we can flick through all the different modes and find the colour you want, and the pattern you like. I quite like that one, bit of a unicorn hoop or whatever they call it. We also have fan auto, which I do believe turns the fans off, and then you press the fan button to get them back on. We have an LED speed, so we can speed them up or slow them down. That's better. Very cool. And we have the standard RGB. And that is about it. You have a motherboard sync button, and you can turn the fans off by the remote, or well, not necessarily the fans, but you can turn the lights off or you can turn them back on. I quite like that one. That's probably the one I will use in the computer, and not that RGB flashy thing. I don't know if there's a way to control that. I don't think there is. Or a power supply is another story. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. I have put these together. The next step is to build a machine and put them in the machine. I'm not sure if I'll be able to use all 3, but we'll try. We'll give it a go. The other thing with these is I've noticed, because they all come with these cables, you can link the RGB from one to another, which means they all go to this box. The only thing about this box is, although you do only have one fan to link up, you have noticed this cable isn't the longest. So I'm going to be very, very cautious about where you put the fan in order to put it into the hub. So just to sum these up, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely fantastic. You can use them with either with the controller box or with the remote, or you can actually plug them into your motherboard's RGB header and sync it with your motherboard software. They're very well built, excellent quality, and the lights are really bright, loads of LEDs in there, very smooth, quite quiet. Only thing is, I would say, is could have done with a longer cable, just in case for those bigger rigs, or even if they supply an extension. That way, you know, you can get everything in. So next step is probably to get these into a PC and see what they look like. That might be in a future video, I haven't decided yet, but we'll see what we can do, because I actually have to build this PC before I can edit this video. So in conclusion to all that we've just done, I'll probably go over a few things again, which I've already said. However, the good points: excellent build quality, nice bright LED lights, the modular connection is fantastic. It saves so much space on cables. They shift quite a bit of air and they look great and feel great. The other thing is the remote control, because if you don't want to plug it into your RGB on your motherboard and control it via your motherboard, you don't have to. You can use this to control the whole system, from speed to colours and so on, which is a good feature, but you don't need it. It is handy. However, the control box also has the buttons on, so you can change the modes and the speeds. But this will be in the system. So if you like to change your lighting every so often, it's the remote. If you don't, then you can just set it, stick this in the bucket and forget about it. Now, I've just had a look at the instructions for this, and it says it can power 10 fans. And I was a bit dubious about that because it's only got numbers 1 to 8 written on it. However, I did notice there is an extra fan controller either side of the block, which means you can plug 10 fans in. It's just not numbered, which I find a bit unusual. I don't know if it's a different design. Also, the fact that it's a SATA, can't stress how important a SATA is. It's much better than Molex, it's much safer than Molex, and it's much easier to use than Molex. I know you just plug in and plug out, but sometimes Molex can be an absolute nightmare. So I'm pleased that this has got a SATA connector. And the other good thing is, obviously, you can use power monitor by plugging your fan in, which will take the power monitor from your motherboard. And we have the eRGB connector, which is fantastic because that means you can plug it into your motherboard and sync it with the rest of your computer colours, like everybody likes to do. This one, however, is going to be a bit more subdued, probably white with white lights, black and white system, white lights, going to look great. So anyway, the cons, short cable, and the fact that my anti-vibration feet were missing on one side of one of the fans. Not a big problem. It could be for aesthetics because they're modular. You could also take them off one of the other fans if you've got more than one fan. I would imagine if you bought these, you wouldn't just buy one, you would buy two because of the fact that they are modular fans and that's what they're there for. A fantastic, great quality product. Here's one other thing that did quite aggravate us. And this is part of the design team, so if the design team watch this, do me a favour, make that dragon sit central, because it's very aggravating that he's actually not in the centre of the badge. I want him in the centre of the badge. It's offset on both sides, and that side doesn't move. He's always offset. Yeah, he's in the middle, but he's at the top of the middle, and it's a bit aggravating, especially for someone who has OCD like me. So anyway, that is it for my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. Muddled my way through that one. If you would like to see these in the PC, drop us a message, leave a comment, like, subscribe, take all that stuff and do what you have to do. And go and check out some of my other videos. Hopefully I will have this up soon and I will have some more following it. Take care and bye for now.